All right, Coach, we wrap up the regular season at home with Eckerd, and obviously after the game that we had in December, it's going to mean a little bit more than just another regular season matchup.
Yeah, they're a very physical team. They get your hands on you, away from the ball, on the ball. They're very, very aggressive, and they've been in some tough, close games. They've lost a bunch here in a row, but they've been. They just had the number one ranked team in the country down inside of 6 minutes. It's the latest, I think, that Nova has trailed, I think, all year. It was just on Wednesday. So they're certainly capable, and they play a very competitive brand of basketball, and I expect it to be a very difficult physical game.
Do you look at, and we talked last week about how Lynn was potentially a trap game. With the way this game is set up with Eckerd, could there be a potential for a trap, or how has the mentality been taken in terms of how to...
Yeah, we're on top of it. I think as a team, that we're going to be ready to go. But yeah, coming off a game with the Florida Southern was a huge game for us, and we played extremely well. And we've strung some W's together here, so you just can't be out looking out ahead of the tournament. Like, every win matters for lots of reasons. Still for seeding in the conference tournament to close that out and end up with the number 2 seed, and for pride, for at-large bid for the NCAA tournament, and just winning. Just because we have a competitive group, that winning matters. Every game matters, and this is not one that's gonna be overlooked by any means. It's a very competitive, good, Eckerd team that, like I said, has had a lot of close losses that really don't show up in their overall record.
You got to be feeling pretty good, though, with Marty Jackson and Cannon Coster hitting red-hot streaks, especially with both of them averaging over 25 points a game in the last 3 contests. How is that going to play a factor in terms of the scoring attack against Eckerd's defense?
Well, they're elite competitors and elite offensive players. Both those guys are, and very difficult to stop. But we have a lot of offense around them. A lot of guys who can make shots, who can put it on the floor. Have extended range and can put it on the floor. Guys who so it's very difficult, I think, against us to focus in on just 1 or 2 guys. But yeah, we have been riding them, as most good teams do. Have guys who have strengths, specific strengths on either side of the ball, and those guys are elite offensively. But it helps them because we have so many talented offensive players around them, guys who can make shots and know how to are unselfish and move the ball and know how to play without the ball in their hands or with the ball in their hands. So that's what makes us, I think, a very difficult out, so to speak.
And of course, with it being senior day and all, what's the mentality like every single year as a coach whenever senior day approaches, and what the celebration of the seniors and their seasons have been like?
I think for them, it's just everybody, all 3 of our seniors have different journeys, 1 year, 2 year, 4 year guys. So it's very, it's different. It's really a détente, so to speak, for their careers, their seasons, to some level. But with us still having games to play and home games to play, it's a little bit of a unique situation. This will not be their last game in this gymnasium. It won't be there. And so from that standpoint, that part is anticlimactic. But it's more of just an honoring of careers that's winding down, and their time with St. Leo, which matters to us greatly. Their time here, being a part of this legacy forever. One of the things I pride ourselves, our program on, is that we have so many alums that come back, get involved with practice, play open gyms, just come back to watch games, and some stage these guys will be alums, and they'll always be welcome, be part of our family.